So getting into season 3 of the Rising of the Shield Hero, something that I've spoken about previously is about the issues with season 2 and a lot of people going into season 3 not going to give it a shot because of the issues that season 2 ran into. And so a lot of fans are rightfully disappointed with the beginning of season 2. They're entitled to their own opinion. But with season 3 now airing and the first episode is now out, and even myself watching it, I can definitely see that there is good pacing, good animations, and the opening is of course a banger that I really do enjoy, and of course it hinting at what parts of the story are going to be covered. I do hope that a lot of people that were fans of this series, especially with season 1, and did enjoy parts of season 2, yes, season 2 had its issues, but the second half in my opinion was decent. Yes, it did change some things from the source material, but the overall pacing and animations on the second half of season 2 were decent in my opinion. It was the first half that had major issues when it came to pacing and just animations. So I hope a lot of fans that do enjoy the series do give the first season a try. But at the same time, if you hated the first season, you hated the second season, then at that point there is no point giving the third season a try. You might as well watch something else. And there are plenty of other isekais out there to enjoy every season. And not just isekais, but also power fantasies as well. There's just ample enough anime to watch, so you don't need to hate watch something just because it's the only thing that's there to watch, because there is ample. But the first episode itself really demonstrates that they are coming in strong on their feet. They've got good animation, they've got the good story going, they've allowed themselves to start off where it needs to start and really hit on the heavy points of the story itself after the events that played out with season 2, and of course introducing all the characters that we know and love, including introducing a couple of new characters that will become quite prevalent throughout season 3, particularly one that I've spoken about that is a big soft spot in my heart, and that is of course the Domi Momi, herself, that was at the sort of pub having interactions with the shield hero. Clearly she is going to be a character that is going to be prevalent throughout the story, so I do hope people give it a try if they aren't interested in it, but also go in it with an open mind. Don't go into it with this whole idea that you're going to look for things to be upset, because that's one thing that always concerns me with the anime community, and this happened with Mushoku Tensei. Mushoku Tensei season 2 came out. The trailers, had some rough edges, as they always do, but also, some parts of it were a little bit rough at the start that some fans felt, but a lot of people went into it looking for reasons to be upset about it, to try and solidify their original opinion. Instead of going into it hoping for the best and still being critical where it needs to be, some people just go in there looking for every little thing to find, and so it ends up not just diminishing their own experience but others, because then they end up going in there going, but all these things are wrong. And it's just like, again, criticism is perfectly fine, but I do feel like it is not healthy to go into something looking for a reason to solidify your original opinion, because you don't want to be seen wrong. You don't want to go into something being like, oh, I'm concerned, and then be like, you know what, pleasantly surprised. Like, for me personally, if I'm concerned about something, I will note on it, and then if I am proven wrong, I will be more than happy to say that, because at the end of the day, we're only human. Being wrong is just natural. But at the same time, I don't want to go into something hoping for it to be bad. But I do feel like that is a problem with the anime community. Some people do go into it hoping for the worst to just concrete their opinion that they were always right, and I hope that's something that fans don't do going into Shield Hero, but also that's just something in general as well. But as you can see, straight away it goes into the events that played at the end of season 2, basically the whole turtle incident. The 3 cardinal heroes have gone missing, and of course, you know who, the Big B herself, has also kind of gone walkaboutsies. And even in the opening song, it shows the 3 cardinal heroes. It shows her and her devilish little grasp that she has on one of the heroes. So something to also note is that certain characters that people don't like, yes, they are going to be prevalent in the story, and that is something that was obvious. I mean, this is a story about 3 cardinal heroes, so of course they are going to be part of the story. They have their own flaws, their own weaknesses that they need to overcome throughout the story. Of people not liking the series because of certain characters that they don't like, I understand that, but at the same time, a lot of these characters have defects for a reason, and those are things that will be explored in this season, and if there was ever another season, in future seasons as well. But at the same time, the shield hero has his own character defects as well, and he has had his moments to help overcome some of those major hurdles, and whether there are more, you'll just have to wait and see. But it's just one of those where I just feel like I understand the frustration with certain characters you may or may not like, but at the same time, they all play a role in building the story, building the world, and giving reasons for characters to do certain things in a certain way. And for me, it just adds for some interesting stuff. Even if I don't like the Spear Hero, even with reading the light novels and going into the future, I still don't like him. I find him really weird. But I understand that he plays an important role in the story itself, and he does. He's pivotal to the story. He allows other characters to move forward. He allows other characters to learn, grow, and including himself. But I don't think all the characters, because some people really don't like a particular green-haired girl. I know her little sounds can be a little bit grating. Kind of reminds me of Asta from Black Clover, but those sounds I feel like do kind of diminish over time. Like at the start she kind of does the little whiny thing, but I feel like that's just her kind of going through her depression phase, and then as she builds confidence, that all kind of disappears. But again, some people really don't like her. I understand, but it is kind of sad because she is interesting. She does play a pivotal role in the story, and she does help other characters as well. They all kind of complement each other, kind of like a domino effect. So as I'm saying, I enjoy the story. This is one of the arcs that I'm most looking forward to as well, because this is where some major things happen. So introduced that are really cool, and I think some people will really love these characters, especially in the opening song. There's a particular girl with white hair that's, you know, got her eyes closed, it's able to do some moves. I think some people will really love her and the sass that she gives, but also my little Dommy Mommy that is in the bar as well. That is another character that I know a lot of people will love as well, and just the fun chemistry that she has with the shield hero. Trust me, she is just a ball of fun, and I'm looking forward to seeing how fans interact with her being introduced in the story and how she bounces off the shield hero. And even already in the first episode, you can see that there's some fun chemistry there to be had. So again, I'd love to know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Have you watched the first episode? What are your first thoughts of the episode? Again, things could go downhill in the future episodes, but as far as things go, it is a strong opening episode, in my opinion. Much better than how season 2 opened up. So I feel like that's what's most important right at this point in time, is the first impressions going into season 3. Good strong banger, good strong animations, opening, pacing. Now we just have to see if that follows through into the future episodes going through to the rest of season 3, because if it doesn't, my concern is if season 3 does flop, we may never see a season 4 after that. And especially with how things have just been, you know, very up in arms about the production and all that kind of stuff, it could be a bit rocky, but I hope for all the best when it comes to Shield Hero. So again, if you like this video, hit the like, subscribe, and I'll see you beautiful nerds in the next video.